Yo, yo, what is up, guys? Sorry I haven't made a video in a little bit. There's just a few ideas coming in my head. I'm thinking about creating a website. I'm thinking about creating some other services, and I've been sick. I kind of feel like an idiot. I got a cold in the middle of the summer. But anyway, without all my troubles, let's get straight into this video. First of all, this video is going to be 5 pieces of advice, or just 5 facts, 5 things you can do in order to not get hacked. Why am I creating this video? Some people might ask, aren't you a hacker? Well, there's 3 different types of hackers. There's white hat, black hat, and gray hat. Gray hat do some sort of good or bad. They're like somewhere in the middle. White hat are just try to do good, and black hat are the hackers you guys know about. All they do is bad. They just try to hack into the Pentagon. They try to hack into just Bank of America, etc. I like to classify myself as white hat. But if you really get into hacking, eventually you're gonna realize that no matter what happens, you're a gray hat. Because if you're doing good for Bank of America, you're doing bad for the hacker trying to attack. So, whatever. So, the first thing I actually get, every time someone says something about hacking and all that stuff, viruses, etc., they just say, go buy a Mac. This isn't a piece of advice, but I'm just going to tell you this fact. Macs can get viruses. There's something called a Mac virus. It's written, most viruses are written with like C++ and stuff like that. They are, that's the programming language for Windows. But there are viruses that are written in Java. And there's malware. How do I know? Search it up. It's called JRAT. That's a malware written with Java. And matter of fact, that malware can infect your computer by just sending a link. And that's what the first piece of advice I'm going to give you. If anyone sends you a link, don't click it. If it looks suspicious, it probably is. Mainly because if you can just code the link differently, all you have to have for that type of attack to occur, for the malware using Java. Once again, Java is multi-platform, so it's Windows, Linux, and Mac, so you can infect any of the above. All you need for that to create that malware and attack someone is really just a free web host, or just a web host, a domain, and just a basic skill of HTML. So HTML, like I'm teaching you guys, all you have to do is add the script, and that's it. And as far as domain and host, there are some for free. I'm gonna actually teach you guys about it in the HTML series. And all you really need for that to do that attack is just HTML. You have to know how to work it. You don't even need to know. There's videos online. So you can do a script with Java online. It works just like the game RuneScape. Right when you click the link, it basically, you're going to go to the website, and it automatically installs and runs the malware on your computer. With that, you can do surveillance. You can do any type of attack you intend to. Second piece of advice: don't pick up CDs or USBs. There's a white hat hacker. He was hired by a bank. I forgot which one. I think it was in 2013. What he did was he took 20 USBs, flash drives, and just put them across the floor of the just around the parking lot of the bank. 1 week later, 5 PCs from the bank are infected, and he has their passwords. He has everything he needs, and he would have stolen money from them. So don't pick up USBs. It's a very dumb idea. All you have to do is learn cryptography, and antivirus doesn't stand a chance. If you know how to encrypt stuff, antivirus cannot scan the file. Therefore, you're going to be infected without your antivirus knowing. All right. The third piece of advice I can give you is use something called a VPN. A VPN or a proxy. VPN, a virtual private network. Basically what it does, it changes your IP. what you can do with your IP. Most people, every time I tell them IP, they think you can. All you do is DDoS, and everyone is like, "Oh yeah, well I'll change my IP." You can't. You're not gonna DDoS me anymore. So let me just tell you something. Use Metasploit. If you use an exploit on Metasploit, it's a hacking software. You can get it for free. You can have a shell of the other computer. So if I know your IP, I can literally control anything about your computer. Anything. I can destroy your computer. I can get screenshots of your computer, etc. I can do whatever I want. It is like the bread and butter of all of hacking. You can also launch DDoS attacks, hit their computer offline, etc. And you can do a type of attack called, like, a category of attack called social engineering. It's when you, it's right when you got their IP. They probably did something wrong. That's the social engineering part. And this is also another social engineering part. You're gonna send them a, for instance, they want to go to Facebook. You sort of tweak up the Facebook link. So what happens is the framework, I think it was Metasploit too, it creates a different link. So when they go to they try to access Facebook, redirects them to your website. Looks just like Facebook. Everything is just like Facebook. You're just basically spying on them. They enter their username, their password. That information gets sent to you, and then it gets sent back to Facebook, and then they're gonna surf Facebook. They don't know what happened. You know, and you have their information. So once again, use a VPN or a proxy. Don't use open Wi-Fi. There's a type of attack called R poisoning. How the internet works is there's a router and there's a computer, and there's the internet. Your computer sends a packet to the router, and the router sends it out. R poisoning, what happens is another computer is on the same server, knows the password, or it's an open Wi-Fi. Instead of the packet going to the router, it's going to go through your own computer. It's going to go through the hacker's computer. The hacker is going to open up the packet, see all your information, and then he could either drop it, so drop the packet, make you a denial of service, or he can, which is a smarter way, he can just give it to the back to the router, and it's going to go to the web. So what's going to happen is he has all your information, and then it goes back to the way it was supposed to go. They're not going to know. They're not going to know anything about this attack until you actually start changing. Once again, let's just go back to Facebook. It's the easiest, hacked really easily. You can change their Facebook status. You can do whatever you want. And the last piece of advice I can give you is use different passwords. You don't know how many times people, generally, we're very forgetful. Just try to practice your memory, or have the passwords somewhere. Just remember your passwords. Me, myself, I have around 10 different passwords, and they are hard. The reason why you want to use different passwords is if you're using the same password, if I hack into your email, I just hacked into your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Bank of America account, Wells Fargo, whatever. I hacked into everything. That's if you use the same password. So please use different passwords. And that is 5 pieces of advice I can give you on how to not get hacked. Please remember, like, subscribe, and share. Once again, for more videos, you can just go email us at rnkcore@gmail.com, or you can go to as.fm/rnkcore, and we'll be making more videos. Thank you.